Alright, since I'm on the road again, I thought I would mention a financial fallacy revolving around gas prices that I saw one time and I thought was really stupid until I kind of behaved the same way. Not necessarily with gas prices, but with something else. I had read that last year when gas prices had crashed, well, the price of oil went negative, gas prices fell by half or more in some places, that a lot of people were buying premium gas even though their cars didn't need it. Because a lot of people mentally segregate their budget. They have a certain amount of money to spend on gas, a certain amount of money to spend on whatever, and they mentally think they need to spend $50 a week on gas. And if gas prices crash, they find other ways to use that money up for gas, as if it were like a flexible spending account kind of deal, right? Use it or lose it, right? Except that they wouldn't have lost it if they didn't spend it, right? And I thought that was the silliest thing in the world, right? It's not like the higher price gas gives you better gas mileage or makes your car last longer. People just think they need to throw that money away, right? Basically, I kind of behave in the same way. See, I had a girlfriend earlier this year, and I broke up with her 2 months ago now. And see, when I go out on a date as a solo sexual now, right, it's a whole lot cheaper, right? It's a check for one, and I get to do what I love to do, so it's a lot cheaper in that regard as well. I'm not compromising half the time, right? And then I have so much left over, and I feel like I gotta go on better dates or go out more often, right? And in reality, all of that is one big pile of money that makes up my income, right? But mentally, I feel like, oh my God, my dating budget can go so much further. I can go out 3 times a week, 5 times a week, right? Now, last year, I couldn't compete in the Computer Olympiad physically, right? It was held in Taiwan. We weren't allowed to travel to Taiwan at the time, so I ended up competing remotely. And I thought that, I used to drop $2,000-$3,000 for the trip to Taiwan. I thought I might as well have a nice, comfortable home to do the Computer Olympiad in. So I moved to Wallace, Idaho during that contest. And I kind of mentally moved the budget from traveling to Taiwan to maybe I'll get a better apartment over there, right? So I'm not immune to that concept. Now, there are some financial fallacies that I am getting better at getting over. One of the big ones is the sunk cost fallacy. See, many years ago, I would have had trouble breaking up with my girlfriend because I feel like I've already thrown so much money in it. The way I've gotten around that is to, instead of thinking of the money as being completely sunk, think of it as I paid some tuition to gain some lessons on dating and relationship experiences, right? When you think of it that way, as tuition as opposed to a lost cause, it makes it so much more objective to walk away, right? I got a good lesson, maybe it's time to graduate from this lesson, right? Rather than, oh my God, I threw away so much money, I want to chase back some of my losses, right? What's really ironic is that there are times when it's really good to chase back your losses, right? Like when your dollar cost averaging silver, right? So a lot of my parents were accusing me of chasing my losses with silver last year at the beginning of the pandemic. They wanted me to get out of it. Now I guess they have to eat their words, right? So I think that's why we love to chase sunk costs. It has some meaning to it in other regards, but unfortunately people do it the wrong way, right? Another fallacy that I've gotten better at getting over is the abstinence violation effect, right? You go on a diet and you cheat and you feel like you have to throw it all away. Instead of viewing it as cheating, I view it as, I had an emergency of some sort, right? I need to get back from it. So 2 weeks ago, I went out to view the lunar eclipse. And obviously, I cheated on my diet, right? I didn't do my 16-hour fast cycle that I usually do. But it's kind of like if you had an emergency and you needed to go into debt, right? You don't continue to go into debt after the emergency has resolved itself, right? Anyways, do you have any financial or life fallacies that you fall for? And what are some hacks you use to avoid those pitfalls? Thanks for watching.